Obviously, every Christmas, Father Christmas receives a lot of letters from many kids from all over the world. And I'm pretty sure he gets overwhelmed because he has to read all of those letters. You might have heard that the Royal Mail, for example, offers a service where kids can send letters to Santa, and actually on their webpage, they do say that Father Christmas would be very busy before Christmas Eve. So it would be great if we can help him prepare for Christmas Eve, if we can firstly ensure that he will be able to consider all requests from all letters, from all of those kids, and secondly, that he will have enough or sufficient supply of any items or toys that he will have to distribute. I mean, we don't want him running out of any certain toys or items just because he was not able to anticipate how many of those he will need, right? We can do this by doing some text mining on the letters that Santa will receive for Christmas. To do this, we will have to scan those letters and turn them into images, into digital form basically. But then we will also have to extract the text contained in those scanned documents. To do that, we will need to run some optical character recognition, or OCR. That's assuming that those letters were typed up. But otherwise, if those letters were written by hand, for example, then we will have to run a more advanced system, such as a handwriting recognition system. The basic idea is to basically turn the content of those scanned documents into machine-readable text. So sometimes this process introduces some unwanted errors, so we will probably have to run some spelling correction on the text as well. Once we have the text, we can do something called name entity recognition, which is the process of automatically recognizing names of, let's say, toys or items that kids have wished for. This can be names such as Disney, Frozen, or let's say Peppa Pig, or it could be Amazon Fire Kids Edition tablet, things like that. To do this, we will have to perform natural language processing, or NLP, on those texts, because basically we have to segment the text into individual sentences and to break down each sentence into words or tokens. And once we have those words and we know whether those words correspond to nouns and verbs, for example, we can then apply some machine learning so that we can determine whether those words pertain to the name of an item or a toy. If we're able to do this for all letters, then we can compute how often those toys or those kids' items are requested from those letters, and then Santa will have an idea of what he needs to have a supply of and how much, right? Additionally, if Father Christmas is working within a budget, then we can also perform some optimization algorithm so that we can ensure that there will be a fair distribution, or every kid will receive something for Christmas. So this is assuming that every kid will have his or her wish granted. But then I think it is still up to Santa or Father Christmas to decide whether that is the case. So essentially, he will still have to read all of those letters to determine whether a kid deserves a present or not for Christmas Eve. So essentially, the technology that I am talking about is not something that's meant to completely automate the entire process. The idea is to have something semi-automatic and to still keep that human connection with Father Christmas, because essentially all of those letters will still have to be read by him anyway, rather than being thrown at computers for some automatic processing.